Hi, welcome to a new unboxing and quick analysis. Today will be a new Eachine model. This is the aircraft E20. This is the mini quadcopter able to fly inverted. Okay, so it's an easy 3D model. I mean that all the commands, other than you press the inversion, are inverted for you. So it's still continuing to fly like in a normal way. So it's a typical beginner machine to train to fly inverted. Even if one day you are a real 3D flyers, you will have to learn from scratch to learn in real 3D by inverted by yourself your command. Anyway, so this is a new model. There are already a lot of, for example, the Eachine HA3D and H22, if I'm not wrong. So it comes with this nice design of kind of spider. And what you will find in the box, okay, I already opened everything. Here is the quadcopter, the basic gamepad style transmitter. You will need 4 AAA batteries to feed the transmitter. Notice that any MH battery are working with, okay? And well, let's start to discover the transmitter. You have a basic information, just a small red LEDs to indicate the power of the transmitter, no LCD and no shoulder button at all. The antenna is hidden inside. Anyway, to learn how to use it, first of all, the instruction manual here is poorly written in English, and a lot of information are missing, especially for the transmitter. So what I understood from my flying experience with the Eachine H20, I would say the more important button is the right stick. Okay, when you click on the right command, you will engage this 3D flips, okay, to fly to inverse from your current flying position. So if you press 1, you will flip, okay, for 180 degrees and fly inverted. And if you press one more time, you will return to your original position. Okay, so you can directly press on it. A second button, very important, are the throttle trim here. If you press down, you will go to the beginner rate, where the yaw is already relatively fast. Okay, and even in the beginner rate, it's offer you a decent pitch and roll rates. And if you press the throttle trim up, you will engage the second speed mode, in my point of view, and where the yaw is much faster and not really compatible with very fast flying. So you will have to have precise control close to the center to have more smoother turns and to have a large banking altitude. There are also 2 buttons. In the instruction manual, the left one is set to perform a 3D inversion, but in practice you can directly right-click here and it's immediately working out of the box. This one is not, I don't know for what is the usage associated with. Anyway, I found there are 2 hidden features with the radio transmitter. First of all, I will turn the quadcopter and I will insert the 400 mAh 1 cellule LiPo, no discharge rate mentioned. I can give you briefly the dimension of it if you need to find a compatible model. So in length, it's 38, 39, width is close to 20, and in 8 is 8 millimeters. Okay, and the weight of this LiPo is something like 11 grams, if I'm not wrong. Okay. Right, 11 grams exactly. So the quadcopter standalone, I forgot to give the weight, is something like 41 grams, 40.8 to be precise, and with the LiPo it's 51.8. So it's pretty light for 8.5 millimeters by 20 cordless motors. So the ratio power, well, in theory, the ratio power thrust of the motor versus weight is pretty good. So when I will insert the batteries, be aware that when you will receive it, I forgot to mention, you will have a battery door installed, but you will see that this one will pop off very fast, and in practice it's quite useless to install it. So I strongly advise to, well, in fact it will fall by itself. I strongly advise to remove it. It's pretty useless because the battery is feeding very well, okay, inside the battery bay, no sleeping, so no problem at all. So as soon as you will turn on the quadcopter, first of all, you will observe the nice LEDs, okay? You insert the micro LED connector, very nice LEDs, red for front, blue for rear, and well, to harm the quadcopter, you have to push up and down the throttle. Okay, and the two hidden secret features I found is, first of all, to calibrate the gyroscope, you have to push the left stick in lower right, and then to push any direction of the right stick to the left. And you will see a fast flashing, and it means that it's a calibrating gyroscope. You have an hidden headless mode, not referenced into the instruction manual. You have to push the left stick in lower left, and then to push the right stick in the right. And it will turn on the headless mode. You have to do it before takeoff, okay? And the reference will be where the reference axis angle will be the arm lock when you will turn on the quadcopter first. So to disengage it, one more time, you have pressing like this, left stick in lower left and the right stick to the right direction. Okay, we'll disengage the headless mode. I found that the structure of the quadcopter use, you know, this kind of recycled plastic, very solid in fact, but in my point of view, fragile versus time. And I found that the weakest point of this quadcopter is the front guards, okay, especially to this section. So when it will fall from any altitude, especially in the archer face, I'm afraid that the weakest point will be close to this separation. I don't know why they split this part in two parts. So the prop guard here is boxed into the lower part of the canopy, and it will break exactly to this section, to the separation between the upper and with the lower. I'm pretty sure of it. So, and in fact, it's already happened to me after just a 1 or 2 meters crash into the ground, not on a very hard surface, and I already had a small crack on it. So it's mainly due by the poor quality of the plastic in my point of view. Concerning the power lift, I say that it should offer very powerful machine because it's pretty light, but you know, when you're flying 3D, with this technique of 3D, when you have an inversion, the props are modified, the design of the props, because they have to be efficient either to push the air than to pull the air. So there is no free lunch. If you have to be efficient in both directions, unfortunately, you are less good in both directions. Okay, so it's less efficient than the pure one-way props pushing the air, for example, or pulling the air. So it means that you will intrinsically losing some power thrust in any direction. And I found that there is one direction more powerful than the other one. This one, when you're flying normally, I would say, is more powerful. When you're flying inverted like this, it's a little bit less powerful, and it will the incidence, the consequence will be that during an auto-stabilization, after, for example, a fast forward or a hard turn, it will take some time to stabilize, and you can lose a lot of altitude during this step, okay, this procedure. So it's less the case for this size, okay? So for me, another drawback is paradoxically the lack of power of this machine. The yaw rate for me in second mode, more expert mode, is too fast in my point of view, but this quadcopter is flying very well. It's flying aggressively, and it's very pitchy already out of the box, so even the beginner rate is already fast, and paradoxically is not really adapted for ultra beginners, okay, because you will crash it and probably damage your quadcopter very fast due to this poor quality of the plastic. Concerning the radio protocol, it's a new one, probably based on Eachine E20. I saw some FY sign inside the PDB of the transmitter. Maybe it's a rebranding of this original toys makers, but I was not able to bind this quadcopter with any existing Eachine model. It's failing with the H8 3D and different model I already I have with my Deviation TX support. I forgot to mention that this quadcopter comes with 4 spare props, that's important, and a USB charger cable ending with micro LOD connector. Okay, so to resume, it's an interesting model. Flying correctly, I'm not impressed, to be honest, by this flying characteristic, because it's lacking too much of power, and the auto stabilization is, from my point of view, especially at high speed, after high speed, is not very successful. So it's not advised. I'm not advising for beginners. Okay, it's not because it's hard to fly it in 3D. It's because you can, I think, damage it very fast, because this quality of plastic is not very suitable in my point of view. The control range is not bad, more than 30-40 meters out of the box, and the flying duration not bad at all. Not bad at all too. Sorry, you have at least 6 minutes, and if you are flying well, close to 7, thanks to this 400 mAh powered battery. Okay, I hope you like this video. If you like it, please thumb it, and if you like my channel in general, please subscribe. See you next time. Bye bye.